What is chirpin', my peeps? Call me Peeps here, back for episode 20, and I believe the finale. Don't quote me on that, but if this ending is the exact same or similar to the last one, then this will be the final episode of Sakura Spirit. But in the last episode, we ended up going down to the village, and that's where the main differences came from the split path. So, if you watched the other path where we went back to the mansion, and you're interested in seeing the changes, last episode is the episode for you, because that's where we did most of the festivity things. And, yeah, go check it out. Anyways, let's just continue on forward here. I decided, even if it's not different, we'll go ahead and read through it anyways. At most, it'll probably be like 10 minutes, because this yesterday's episode, I think it was yesterday's, maybe it was 2 days ago, I don't know when, but the episode where we ended was only 13 minutes, and that's why I continued forward. I wanted to end it, but 13 was too short for my liking, so that's why I continued. But, I mean, big whoop, you know, we're close to the end, blah, blah, blah. Mayako-chan, do you remember the spells we found the other day, the ones in your book?
I think so. The ones like the one I did before?
It worries me that I know exactly what the girl is referring to. Do you think you can do both of them? I know it's difficult, but I believe in you. I know you can do it.
Yeah, go Mayako-chan. Did you really think I would fall for the same trick? Huh, sisters, we should show them why we are undefeated.
Technically, you're not undefeated, because last time you came to the village, you got mollywopped and tail between your legs, you booked it out of here. Whew. As the sisters darted towards us, Mayako unleashed her first spell. The glowing light billowed up from her hands and shot forwards. It feels so awkward saying forwards. The spell struck the yellow... Here we go again. The yellow girl on the head, but seemed to have no effect. As they got closer, Sakura shifted to the front, and the twin blades of Narumi and Mio struck, slicing through her body without any effort. I managed to duck as a large ball of pink slime shot past me. As soon as I was back on my feet, I barged into one of the other slime girls. Surprisingly enough, she turned out to have quite a lot of mass. She was fat.
Ha ha ha, magic can't hurt Tsuki, and physical attacks can't hurt me. We are completely undefeated. Surrender your village to us, and we might just let you all keep living here as our toys. This is bad.
Not yet. Mayako, use the other spell. Now. Come on. The girl nodded and began to cast her spell, stepping in front of Michiko, who seemed to be preparing something of her own, staff in hand. I found it a bit strange. I didn't recall seeing any staff lying around, and she usually did not carry any with her, but for whatever reason she had access to it now.
But it won't work. It'll just...
Trust me, Mayako-chan, I wouldn't ask you to do something like this if I wasn't sure it would work. Spoilers. We already know it's gonna work. As Sakura kept the two female guards busy, the other two slime girls began taunting us, throwing discarded fruit in our direction. We got some blueberries, we got some green apples, we got some grapes. What is a pink fruit, actually? Is there any pink fruit? Why don't you throw pink lemons at us? How else did they get pink lemonade? Yo, it would be so sick if pink lemons were a real thing. Oh, pink lemons would probably taste so good. Whew. Ha! I leaped towards the yellow slime girl, slamming into her full speed, and managed to knock her over. The girl let out a surprised yelp and watched in horror as Mayako's spell soared past her, hitting Sakura in the back. So, I'm curious if she's really supposed to be yellow, and the green slime is the mistranslation, or I wonder if she's supposed to be green, and the yellow is the mistranslation. Who knows? Unless the developers have commented on it, I don't know. I think we read this. If not, we've heard it before. A high-pitched scream escaped from the pink slime girl.
That hurts. How did you do that, Takani? Yeah, how'd you push her over? Our blades won't even make a scratch.
Remember what she said. She's the only one immune to physical attacks. The others can be hit and cut just fine. So basically, she's a Flan from Final Fantasy. She's weak to magic, but physical attack, she's gonna bulk, eat it up. You're gonna slice through her, no problem. And that is absolutely perfect for what I have right here. A special present from the guardian of the shrine herself. Taka-kun, Narutan, Miyo-san, hold them tight. Working as one, we nodded and charged towards the remaining slime girls. Meiko had Sakura in the grasp of her spell, and the pink girl could barely move thanks to her power. The slime girls had clearly not been expecting us to fight back, and with barely any resistance, we soon had each girl restrained. I hope you girls aren't claustrophobic. It is going to get a little tight. One by one, Michiko brought each slime girl a glass jar, and one by one, she opened them, pressing them to the girls' stomachs. The jars started to pull at them, slowly drawing them inside the container, trapping what appeared to be a tiny version of each of the girls within each jar. Michiko quickly pushed the lids back onto each jar, displaying them proudly to the cheers of nearby villagers. Thank goodness you are around, Machiko-san, and you, Meiko-chan. You have our gratitude.
No, my sisters, what have you done to them? Why are you so intent on ruining all our fun?
Sakura, take a moment to look around you. Look at the destruction, the damage. How could this possibly be fun? Terrorizing people, scaring them, and destroying what they have worked hard for. How would you feel if they came to your home, stole your food, and wrecked the place?
I never really thought about it like that. We just wanted to play with the humans like you do.
As Meiko collapsed, the spell seemed to disperse. Thankfully, I had been anticipating this, and caught her in my arms with ease. The three of us looked to Sakura, who was slowly getting to her feet. And you can. You and your sisters can play with us. We just ask that you are careful. Meiko and I are proof that humans and spirits can coexist.
But what about my sisters?
They will be fine. These jars contain a temporary holding dimension. Tetsuyuri designed them to hold things far larger than your sisters. Sakura, if you are truly repentant, then I, as head of the village guard, will authorize your release. However, before I do, I need you to swear an oath. Do you swear that you and your sisters will not cause problems in this village, and that you will work towards helping us and protect us? In return, we are prepared to offer you access to our supplies and services. She's basically saying that you're welcome in the village as long as you and your sisters behave.
Yes, I swear, we'll be good, so please, release my sisters. I promise we will all be good.
Oh, I just missed the best part, darling. How did it go, Machi-tan? Are my jam bottles filled? Hearing the voice of a certain playful spirit, the group turned around and found Tetsuyuri seated nearby, swaying her legs back and forth as she looked at the crowd. I cannot tell whether you are joking or not, but I am afraid I cannot allow you to keep them. They are honorary citizens of this village, and therefore under my protection. How fascinating to think that the huffy, uptight Miyo-tan would defend those troublemakers. You do realize you are talking to the guardian deity of your village, do you not? Ooh, speechless.
Don't forget about me. I'm not going to just sit by and let you do as you please.
The girls of this village have grown into quite the brave little ladies. You must be proud, Haya-kun. A soft cough came up from behind the group of people as the village elder revealed himself, a smile on his lips.
It seemed like they handled the matter just fine, Tetsuyuri-sama.
Machi-tan, you need to pull the lid off the jar to release them. However, make sure you hold on to that staff I gave you. It is the only means of channeling the necessary magic. Not everyone can be a protege like Meiko-chan. The older fox spirit nodded. With the help of Narumi, they began to free the captured slime girls. While the work continued, Tetsuyuri eventually made her way towards me, a frown upon her face. That's where we stopped last time, so maybe now it'll be 13 minutes. Oh gosh. Well, it is the finale, so you know what? Whatever. I left out an important detail. I left out an important detail, Takahiro-kun. The gateway to your world has been opened, and will be closing again within a matter of minutes. If you wish to return to your world, you must leave now. But there is no time for farewells, Takahiro. Leave now without your farewells, or remain here in this village. Hey, where did Taka-kun run off to? And Tetsuyuri?
I do not know. Perhaps they had things to discuss in private. Or maybe he's gone to win me another prize.
Oh, that's gotta be an error, because that shouldn't be said, because we didn't go back to the mansion. So that line should not be here in this scenario, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think? To me, it doesn't make sense. How can we win her another prize if we didn't go to the festival with her and win her a prize in the first place? I don't know.
Or went to get some food. I'm still a bit peckish.
Recalling the promise I had made, I turned my back to the girls that had gathered around the released slimes, and followed Tetsuyuri as she picked her way through the streets and into the woods. It was unfortunate that I didn't get to say my farewells, but I had a goal to accomplish. It is a hard decision to make. However, I doubt that this is the last we hear from you, Takahiro. The spirit smiled, her hands pressed against my shoulder, a light shove pushing me backwards.
What was that, foe?
Interrupted by sudden dizziness, the last thing I heard was the spirit's amused whisper. Good luck, you are going to need it. Before I had the chance to reply, I felt my body getting heavy, my vision blurred, and soon I was consumed entirely by darkness.
2 months later.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. With a sigh, I wandered along the familiar path leading to the shrine I subconsciously came to call Tetsuyuri's Shrine. 2 months had passed since the fated judo tournament. It had turned out to be an amazing experience. Thanks to Narumi Mio's training, I'd been able to make my way to the finals and ended up becoming the champion. But not everything went as planned. Even though I was kind of embarrassed by it all, I declined the proposal for me to start playing on an international level. When I announced that the reason I had declined was because of a girl, it quickly made headlines all over the country. Rising judo star ends career for the sake of true love. Many silly things ended up being written about me, but it didn't matter. I had declined their offer because of the promise I had made to Meiko, that I would return once I had finished my business in this world, but perhaps I had been too naive, thinking that it would be as easy as that. I had been visiting the shrine every day for 2 months, praying and calling out for Tetsuyuri, but none were ever answered. Knowing her, she's probably laughing her rear off at me, standing here shouting like this. I smiled a bit as I looked around the area, recalling how familiar it looked to the place I had visited with the fox spirits. Speaking of which, although nothing remained of the village, it turned out that there may have been a connection between it and the city of my world. Many generations ago, when the city was still a small town, a group of malicious fiends attacked the village, but were later driven out. Sometime after, they named this city Tsuki-no Toshi. City named after a certain Sasandir. It couldn't be a mere coincidence, could it? Ah, well, guess I'll visit again tomorrow.
Akani!
Huh? Through the rustling of the trees, I thought I heard a voice. The moment I turned around to look, a circle of unfamiliar symbols formed at my feet. Wait, what happened to the old methods? Before I had a chance to figure out what was going on, the circle lit up and I felt the ground below me disappear. It felt as though I was falling through a tunnel of sorts, a dark, never-ending tunnel that went on for what felt like several minutes, until suddenly a light came into view, and... Watch out! Before I knew it, I found myself dropping out of the air right on top of 2 girls standing below me, causing the 3 of us to topple onto the grass with a loud thud. I heard grumbling from the 2 I had landed on and opened my eyes.
Ow, that really hurt!
See, this is what happens when you try to cast magic beyond your own capabilities. Meiko-chan, you need to give up on this. This hunt of yours is going to be the death of you.
I'm not going to give up. Takani made a promise. I made a promise. We would keep trying to find a way to get back to one another. So I'm never, ever, 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 ever to stop. Never, ever, ever. Even if it means giving up my Starbucks.
I couldn't believe it. I was so stunned by this turn of events that I lost all ability to speak. Machiko, Meiko, it was them, here, arguing with one another. It was too good to be true. You are a fool, Meiko. Even Miyo-san has given up on the hunt. You know what Tsutsuyuri said. Something like that can only happen when the world itself needs it to. It takes more than just one person to do what you are trying to accomplish. No, it doesn't.
Su-chan is only saying that because she's mean and lazy. She's lying. You're all lying. I can get him back. I will. We made a promise.
Meiko, I miss him too. I do. He left a hole in all of our hearts, which you will just need to let time heal. I am sorry that you have to go through all this, but you must believe me. It will get better in time. It's kind of cruel to talk about me like I died, you know. Taka-kun! Oh, and the tears.
Ah! Takani! It worked! I knew it would work! It worked! Ah!
Taka-kun, it is so good to see you again. I'm so happy to... The girl mumbled incoherently. She began sobbing. Meiko had been sobbing since she first saw me. I smiled, despite still being rather sore from the impact, and patted both of their heads gently. Did you really miss me that much?
Yes!
Your disappearance was the cause of so much concern. Tsutsuyuri told us you had to leave, and... Well, we understand why you did. Did you win your tournament? Of course I did. Thanks to you, I was able to become the champion. Hey, you know, ironically, in our Pokemon stream today for Pearl, when we finished Pearl, we became champion. We mollywopped the Elite Four. And Quillfish, let me tell you, Quillfish was a bigger problem than it probably should have been. Quillfish almost bodied like 2 or 3 of my Pokemon. Quillfish was a problem. Anyways, Takahiro's a champion today. We're a champion today. We're all champions. Hip hip hooray.
I think it fell down here, Mio-chan. I think I see Chi-chan. Hey, Chi-chan, is everything alright over there?
Machiko opened her mouth to return the call, but Meiko beat her to it.
He's back!
What?
No kidding, where is he?
There came a loud clambering and rustling from the shrubs nearby, the sound of 2 girls pushing through the bushes at speed. The 2 girls rushed into the clearing, gasping loudly.
Oh wow, you really are back.
Idiot! Idiot! How could you just leave us without even saying goodbye? Mio, he did not have a choice. He had to... I know that, but I just never got to say goodbye.
Is that all? Aw, oh, jeez, you are such a tsundere.
Well, at least I'm not... Oh, I don't even care. Takahiro is back.
It's great to see you again, Takahiro-kun. I bet you're a champion now, right? Ready for a fight?
And so it went on. The girls chatted on and on, taking turns and hugging me with promises of never letting go. I was just happy to be back. As the conversation turned towards the time spent in my own world, I couldn't help but notice the presence of yet another spirit. Standing a few feet from the rest of the group, Tsutsuyuri stood, watching us with a gentle smile upon her lips. I guess I won this bet. I wasn't sure if she was talking to someone in particular, but for a moment I could see her gaze drifting towards me, and the words that left her lips seemingly carried a lot more importance than simple words. It seems like you aren't done with your grand adventure just yet, Takahiro. I look forward to seeing how you plan to amuse me this time. What do you mean? You will see, dear boy. You will see. That's it. We are now officially done with Sakura Spirit. So, looks like the path, the only difference is what happens at the festival. Other than that, nothing is really different. I mean, I didn't see anything that stood out as different after the festival. So, yeah, that's it for Sakura Spirit. Nice and end on a nice even 20 episodes. I've been getting pretty lucky with how my episodes have been ending. Every great story has a humble beginning. Although Gushi-ken Takehiro's stories come to an end, it was only the prologue of what was yet to come. So, to me it seemed like this meant that the next Sakura game would be a continuation of this story. However, it is not. So, I'm not quite... We hope to see you again next time, yeah. I'm not quite sure if I want to do Sakura Angel. I mean, it would have been nice. I mean, it's not that I don't want to. It's just that I don't know. I don't know. From what I've seen, people enjoyed this series. So, but we need to realize that the next game is its own plot, its own story. It's like a whole different game. It's just another visual novel with new characters, new setting, all that. And it's called Sakura Angels. It is technically the sequel to this. However, it doesn't follow anything to do with this game that I know of. And so, I don't know if we're going to run through it. Maybe we'll see. If we get enough support and we get enough people asking for it, then, you know, if I get some people who ask for it and want to see it, then we'll do it. We'll go ahead and do it. I don't know when, because I'm sure by the time we get people who even say they want to see it, then I'll already have some projects going. So, I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But, yeah, so that's it for Sakura Spirit. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this PeePz Plays. It's, yeah, we've done it. We're over. Nice and 20 parts in. This really wasn't that long of a game. Our Steam thing says like 8 hours, but when you're reading it slow like that, and, you know, really it probably is not, it's not that long of a game. If you read in your mind, it's quicker if you're not doing voices and if you're not making commentary on the side. So, you know, I mean, either way, yeah, so I guess that's it for Sakura Spirit. I guess we'll say our goodbyes. Bye, Takehiro. Bye, Miyo. Bye, Narumi. Bye, Machiko. Bye, Meiko. Bye. Bye-bye. We will see you probably not later, actually, because we're done with this PeePz Plays. Anyways, thank you guys for the support. I do appreciate it. I'm glad to see glad to see people coming out. I'm growing a little bit, you know, my channel's gotten a little bigger. I'm up to 35 subscribers now, which is awesome. Really, really cool. And then my Twitch is doing really well. I think I got like 80 followers on Twitch. Twitch is doing really well, probably because of Pokemon. But I'm growing a little, and that makes me happy. And I'm glad people are enjoying my stuff. It just warms my little PeePz heart. My little marshmallow heart. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here and let you guys go. You all have a good day, and we will see you tomorrow for our brand new PeePz Plays. Ooh, mysterious. That's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peeps out.